I would now like to call up my brother Olaf, Evan Forman, for honorary lifetime membership.
Hi everyone. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of a family reunion here. To light my candle, I would like to call up Adam Forman, Jesse Garber, Mitchell Garber, and Ariella Garber. All of you can speak. I need a lighter. And
Wait, just making sure the bet's still on for tonight, as it was a few nights ago.
The
Evan?
crying bet?
Making sure I could still win $20 tonight. All right, boys.
Where are they?
I don't know where Adam and Jesse are.
I'm right here.
All right, you ready, boys?
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
By the
Power vested in us by
by
BBYO Lake
Ontario,
Ontario, we
we
hereby
hereby
welcome you, Aleph Evan Samuel Forman, as a lifetime member of the Grand Order of the Aleph Sadiq Aleph.
Sadiq
May you
Aleph.
continue to show all people that you dedicate yourself to honor, to truth, to virtue, and to justice.
and to justice.
okay, let's do this. I told my parents I didn't want them to watch, but I feel like they're in my brother's room right now. So hi. It's crazy. Like so many months ago, I thought about writing a speech and I knew I had so much time to do it, but as life got closer, I realized that I didn't really have that much time and I just had to kind of sit down and write it. And it was so fast how this year went by with COVID and everything. Some of you might not know exactly who I am, and you might know my name and whatever, but you don't know who I am as a person. Before I joined BBYO, I was always someone who wanted to take on leadership opportunities and wanted to make friends and wanted to do everything, but I never really found my place. My goal of this speech isn't just to tell you, Michaela and Ronnie are laughing at me. My goal of this speech isn't to just brag about myself and it isn't to just talk about what I've done. It's to inspire you to take that leap. It's to make sure that, after I'm done speaking, you feel inspired to do something in BBYO to make your journey better. I got into BBYO 4.5 years ago when my cousins Mitchell and Ariella Garber started telling me about some board positions and I pretended to know what they were talking about. I came to Achim, didn't like it, took a few months off and tried Diane, and it was the best moment of my life. But it wasn't really until my mid-8 night and my first spring convention that I truly understood what BBYO meant. Seeing seniors speak and seeing people, talk about their BBYO journey made me know that I wanted to be a part of this incredible organization for my entire life. Whether you think about it or not, every single moment you spend in BBYO has its impacts. You will learn something from it and you will walk away a better person, whether you think about it or not. When I was chapter Moray of Diane, I was on the first chapter board, I was a founding member, and I didn't know anything. I spent the entire year trying to build my chapter's identity and teaching myself about BBYO when I didn't really get that from anyone else. I figured out what I wanted to do and be as an Aleph, and that year I learned that hard work really pays off. I forgot to light my candle. Whoops. Hold on, I'm gonna do that now. Okay, it's lit now. Okay, that year I really learned that hard work pays off, and it really set the stage for everything that I was going to do in BBYO. Being elected as Chapter Gadol gave me the opportunity to teach others how to lead. As Chapter Moray, I didn't really have the support by my board, and I decided to micromanage and make sure that everything was being done my way. Being Chapter Gadol of an incredible board allowed me to let go a little bit and allow others to take the reins. And that year, I really thought about how I can better the region. Last year, I ran for Regional Moray, lost Mazkir, but ended up with Regional Shaliach. it taught me that I can surprise myself. Regional Shiliach probably was one of the last positions I wanted to hold, but I knew I wanted to give it a chance, and I learned to adapt in new situations with COVID, and it gave me the real chance to see what BBYO is from another perspective, and it was honestly one of the most rewarding positions I've ever held. This year was really weird. I ran for regional Gadol, lost Sigan, but then ended up in Moray. Brittany says with the best co ever. This year I learned that everything happens for a reason and that everything comes full circle. I started BBYO as chapter Moray. I'm ending it as regional Moray. I started BBYO getting inducted by the regional Moray, and I'm ending BBYO being the regional Moray, inducting the next generation of Aleph. But what really made no crying bets on this speech. What really made this experience come full circle was watching my brother be by my side as chapter Moray, watching him grow as a leader, and watching him follow in my footsteps. It has been one of the most amazing experiences of my life. As a regional Moray, I've learned to appreciate everything I've done in BBYO, and it gave me the chance to reflect on everything that I've done. For advice for all of you, I want you all to take opportunities and make memories, because BBYO doesn't last forever. When you're a senior, you're gonna look back and you're gonna think that BBYO went by really fast, just like it did for me. One of the biggest regrets I had in BBYO was whenever I had something to do, I would always stress about it. I was always, if you've worked with me, you know how stressed I got, and you know how much I just really cared about doing everything right. And I was always the person to look 2, 3, 4 steps ahead, and I never stayed in the moment. I never, um, got a chance to sit there and appreciate what I had in BBYO. The stress that comes from BBYO isn't worth it. People join BBYO to have fun. It should never be a chore or a job or something that makes you upset. If you ever get stressed in a position, just know that BBYO is meant to be there for you to have fun. And being stressed about anything you have to do is the last thing you should have to worry about. Last but not least, don't be afraid to be proud of who you are. Be yourself. Have confidence in yourself. BBYO has made me a better person. BBYO has brought out the best in me, and BBYO has also brought out the worst in me. It's taught me, things that I never knew about myself that I could do, but it also taught me how to deal with stress and how to deal with any obstacles that come my way. I'd like to thank all of the chapter boards. You guys were the start, and I wouldn't be where I am without you. All the co's and regional counterparts I've had, Sivan, Dahlia, Brittany, Jacob Glogauer, Nico Wilhelm, and of course the last year's Schleichim team and this year's fall term and spring term Morim team, both 40th Regional Board and 41st Regional Board for really bringing this experience together. Staff and advisors, Evan Roth, Kevin, Jordan Feinwax, Ray, Caroline, Hannah. This organization wouldn't be what it is without you guys, and I wouldn't be who I am had you not been there for me. Last but not least is everyone that I didn't mention, all of my friends in BBYO. You guys are the people that were there for me when I was down. You guys were the people that made me want to come back to BBYO week after week and made me just want to have fun. I've had positions, I've won awards, but that really doesn't matter to me. The biggest thing is friends that you make in BBYO. That's what's going to last forever. A position's not going to last forever. An award won't last forever, but the friendships and the memories you make from BBYO, that's what'll last forever. If there's one thing I want you to take away from my speech, like I said before, is that everything happens for a reason. Everything you do in BBYO happens the way it's supposed to. You know, and I learned that just a few days ago. When I go to school next year, I'll take everything that I learned in BBYO with me. I can't thank BBYO enough for all the skills it's given me, what it's taught me about myself, and how to treat others. BBYO will always be a part of who I am, and I can't imagine my life without it. I'll always be here for programs, for checking in, because it's so hard for me to say goodbye. Saying goodbye is some of the hardest things that anyone would ever have to go through, especially with BBYO. BBYO has been such a big part of my life, and I went into it not having big expectations, but come out of it surprised about what I've done, but look back thinking that it only makes sense. Because, as you've probably heard before, you get out of BBYO what you put in. If you put in 110%, you'll get out 110%. But leaving, it makes it easier knowing what I've accomplished and what's in store for me. I hope I've left my legacy on all of you, and I know I'm proud of myself, and that's all that matters. Coming to BBYO, I always thought I needed to do more. I always focused on other people. I always thought about always doing my best, and I can never fail at anything. But don't do that. Trust me, don't do that. Worry about yourself, worry about your experiences. Let's go back to me wanting to inspire people, like I said at the beginning of my speech. I hope that all of you have learned something from anything that I've said. And if you haven't learned something new, hopefully I've given you a passion or a drive for BBYO. And throughout this life speech, or any of the life speeches tonight, if you felt anything, any sort of emotion, it means you care. You might not think that you care, but you care. That's why you're all sitting here till 12:37 in the morning listening to these life speeches. Okay, let's end this. Fraternally submitted with undying love for Chapter Diane Azadeh number 1215, Lake Ontario Region number 36, the Grand Order of the Olive Study Aleph, Sam Bieber and the Olives who have come before us, as well as the many more who will come after us. BBYO as a whole, the class of 2021, friends, family, fun, Maple Leafs in 6, hot dog toaster, 40 shorties, 41 is so fun, bullet points instead of dashes, unicorn kiddie pools on the SRC roof, Kevin's playlists, barbecue beef, J Service, the beef chart, Jeffy's bloopers, fall and spring term Maureen team, Maureen wins, action points prizes, trust me, they're coming. Big Little, 8 hours of mid-8 deliveries, Chofesh hallway, barbecue chicken and pineapple pizza, trust me, it's great. Breaking skateboards, sushi A and sushi B, soccer balls with questions on them, way too early our board meetings, our board retreat that will definitely happen at some point, the invisible LOR swag, non-existent our board swag, all muffin, IC 2020, every olive is a pillar, up you men, make him say never too many, Elo Maya, who are we, making waves, blasting off, taking the leap, finding my roots, and hearing me or us roar. Yeah, and so much more. I forever remain Olive Evan Samuel Forman, damn proud Olive of Lake Ontario region. I can't choose specific people to blow out my candle. So if I've impacted you throughout my time in BBYO even a little bit, I want you to blow out my candle. I call up everyone that I've had even a little bit of an impact on BBYO. And I guess to read, let's call up the OGs, Jake Levy and Adam Zelnicker, and Brittany.
Oh, really?
Brittany's here too. She's not an OG. But yeah.
How do I get to you?
I don't know. Come behind me.
Good speech. Very good speech.
Thank you. I wrote it myself.
Oh, good. Good job.
by the
power vested in us by Lake Ontario Region and the Grand Order of the Alpha, we hereby induct you, all of Evan Samuel Forman, as a lifetime member. Congratulations.